So, Transformers. I've been a huge fan of it ever since like last summer, and has slowly been taking over my life. The franchise is doing pretty alright right now. Transformers 1 looks interesting, the figures are really good, and EarthSpark, it exists. But you know what the series is lacking? Video games. There was that EarthSpark game, but that looks really boring. But you see, there used to be a lot of good games in this franchise, like the 2004 Armada game, the War for Cybertron duology. I thought the Prime game was fun, and there's Devastation, and of course, there's the topic of this video, the game based on the first Michael Bay movie. Most people write the film off as just like a bland action film, but I think it's pretty fun. It's very, very flawed. And I think the same goes for this game, and I just want to shine some light on it because I really like it. So let's do that thing, reviewing. The game starts with a really nice pre-rendered intro, and oh my god, they say the movie line.
One shall stand, one shall fall.
Anyways, after that, we get this really cool title screen with like this view of Earth and the Allspark acting as the main menu. I think that's kind of cool. And we head into the first level of the game, the suburbs. We get another CG cutscene that basically shows Bumblebee landing on Earth, and we even get to see his like protoform. That's cool. And then we enter gameplay, and the graphics look fine for an early 7th gen game. There are far better looking games in this generation, like... Okay, fine, that's not fair. That's the big budget game meant to show off the PS3 power, and this game's a licensed game. Let's try another licensed game from 2007. Okay, never mind. This game looks miles better than that. The game controls well. It gives off the feeling of being a huge and heavy robot pretty well. I mean, it makes the screen shake whenever you take a step, and I think that's really cool. And then there's car controls, which are broken beyond belief. You touch a single tiny object, and it will completely kill all your momentum. It's pretty jank, a little annoying, but it's also kind of funny. Anyways, we head for the mission marker, and along the way, I saved the city from this absolutely terrifying cop car. Oh, and Optimus never shuts up when you free roam. It's really annoying.
Bumblebee, head for the meteor landing site. No other Autobots should be on Earth right now, which means the Decepticons might have picked up your trail. Bumblebee, head for the meteor landing site. No other Autobots should be on Earth right now, which means the Decepticons might have picked up your trail. Bumblebee, head for the meteor landing site. No other Autobots should be on Earth right now, which means the Decepticons might have picked up your trail.
Anyways, we get to the mission and see this extremely odd-looking, really bad compressed CGI cutscene. Far cry from the intro. But after that, we get into our first combat encounter. Excluding the optional combat encounters you can do in the overworld, which I did. The combat in this game is not deep at all, but it's pretty fun because you just get to throw enemies around the map while buildings explode and you hit them with trees. And I'm very easy to please. That rhymed, god dang it. But after our first mission, we are instructed to go and find Sam Witwicky, who has a way more diminished role in this game in contrast from the film. The next mission makes us use car combat, which, I mean, if you already heard about the car physics, so like, yeah, it's not good. After that, we get to Sam, and the next mission, we get to our first boss fight against... I knew it! The freaking cop car is out for revenge! Oh, by the way, in this cutscene, the Megan Fox lady, what's her name? Michaela? Megan Fox lady has the oddest reaction to seeing a giant robot.
That's my car?
Oh, where can I get one like that?
Anyways, about boss fights. They exist. You just kind of wail on them for a bit. They block, and then you block, and then yeah, it's literally just mashing the attack button. And then sometimes you have to throw stuff at them. It's It's nothing special. Anyways, we beat the cop car, and then we set up a signal for the Autobots. I'm sure it's pretty obvious by now, but the game speeds through the film's already stupid fast story, mostly because it drops the human plot lines, besides Sam Witwicky's existence. This is pretty typical for licensed games, especially if they don't use the clips from the movie itself. Back to the game, we meet the other Autobots, and then we eventually get chased by Sector 7, starting the next level, More Than Meets the Eye. Now, playing as Jazz, we get flung into the air and then
Get to the beacon
and create a diversion.
diversion.
After that, Jazz gets cornered and we switch to Ironhide to go and save him. In this mission, we start getting enemies who, like, block themselves and you need to throw stuff at them. A lot like Barricade. It was annoying there and it's annoying here. Items are really finicky to pick up. At least this one, you get to play as Ironhide, so you're really strong, and also it has this really cool trope where, like, he mixes his guns into the attack combos. More games with melee and guns should do this. It's really, really, really cool. After that, we save Jazz, but Bumblebee gets captured, so now we get to play as my man
Optimum Prime!
This is the reason why I've played this level so much and why I'm so familiar with Jazz. Get to the beacon and create a diversion. Anyways, we chase down the helicopter that captured Bumblebee, including this really, really stupid ramp where it sets you up for like a really cool jump to get back onto the road, but they put like a bunch of rubble where you land, so it completely kills the momentum. Whoever designed that,
You suck!
anyways, we failed to save Bumblebee, and the Decepticon lands on Earth. This Decepticon turns out to be none other than Shockwave. Yeah, they gave him an early design before his appearance in Dark of the Moon. And it only appears in this game, not in any merch or anything. It's really weird, and I really wish this design would get figures. Anyways, we take him out in an okay boss battle. I don't know, bosses in this game are... They're just meh. But we eventually beat it, and we're done with that level, and we move on to the next level, the Sector 7 HQ. This level sucks. It's full of a bunch of narrow pathways, and it's not fun to explore. You just constantly bump into stuff, it's really annoying, and the missions aren't even good either. We shoot some drones, we blow up fans, which is really annoying with the really, really bad car physics. We throw some reactors, and then the final mission is basically just surviving an onslaught of bugs, vehicles, and freaking Megatron shooting at us. It's a little difficult. Just a little. After that, Megatron wakes up, blows up the dam, and we head to the final level in the Autobot campaign, the city. I forgot the actual name of it. Oops. So after going from the worst map of the game, we get the best map in the game, which is a giant city. The whole game is about just roaming around and doing destruction, so of course this is going to be really fun to play in. First mission, you play as Ironhide and you kill a bunch of bugs. The last bug got stuck on the lamp. Oh god, it escaped! Next mission, we play as Jazz and we take out Starscream and Blackout at the same time. And then Jazz dies. And then next we take out Devastator, Demolisher, Brawl, and then we fight Barricade as Bumblebee. And then after that, we get to the final boss, Megatron. He's nothing special. You just break his defenses and punch him to death. He's just a normal boss fight, but longer. He's not horrible. He's not great. But after that, we get a nice CG cutscene, which wraps up the campaign.
But I'm not done yet!
You see, there's some extra stuff to talk about. First, the Decepticon campaign. I'm not going to be too focused on this one. It's just the Autobot campaign again. But you get 2 extra maps, and there's no Sector 7. And it rewards you for destruction, and there's also missions focused on it. It's really cool, and the city one is probably the best mission in the game, even if it's very long. Final boss sucks, and the final cutscene is cool. Come on, look at this. There's also collectibles you can get on the maps. They let you view a gallery, which was probably cool in 2007, but now it's a little crusty. You can also get G1 Optimus and Megatron skins, which are still cool because they just look really nice, and also, G1, yay. This game, being a licensed game from the late 2000s, was ported to anything that could play video games. The Wii, the Xbox 360, the DS, the PSP, okay, those last two are technically entirely different games, but they still go by the same name. The PC, which is the version I played, the PS3, and the PS2, which is the very first version of this game I ever played. So if you ever want to pick up this game, you got a lot of options. I took a quick look at the PS2 version, and it's a PS2 version. For some reason, it was the highest rated version of the game. I think the PC version is better. Funnily enough, the Ironhide model in this one has a face mask, and I think that's actually an early design detail that they changed later into production of the movie. I kind of prefer it. I guess they did too, because for some reason, they used this Ironhide model in some of the game's CG cutscenes, even though the rest of the characters use their HD models. Weird. All in all, this game isn't perfect at all. Combat's kind of mindless, the car controls are very clunky, and the graphics aren't great. But honestly, I don't know, I feel like it fits perfectly with the film. You know, very fun, not objectively very good. There's a lot of licensed games out there, and I consider this one a hit. Now, this game did have a sequel based on the sequel to the movie, Revenge of the Fallen. I may actually take a look at that one. But the Dark of the Moon one, I can't run that on my computer. And there's also the other PS2 Transformers games, and the War for Cybertron duology, and the portable games. I don't know. Whatever this is. But, I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.